What is an amaryllis? Well, they're a tropical plant that is native to South America. They're grown in South America and also in Africa. They've done a lot of hybridizing in Africa. But an amaryllis is a tropical bulb, and it has beautiful foliage, great flowers, all different colors, reds, oranges, pinks, single flowers, double flowers, red flowers, pretty much all the colors of a rainbow. I wish they had blue, but they are fantastic. These bulbs are grown in more tropical areas like in South America and other countries that have a long growing season. The amaryllis are grown for anywhere 8 to 10 months long in a place that does not freeze. And so when I visited South America to look at the fields by the acres and acres of amaryllis, what I saw were amaryllis like this with foliage. So after anywhere between 8 to 10 months, they're harvested. They're all cut back. The foliage is cut, maybe a little shorter. And then the roots are slightly trimmed. So they'll come in and the roots, so your bulb is going to look something like this. Then they're shipped to Blue Maker here, which is right in Waynesboro, Virginia, beautiful Shenandoah Valley. These bulbs are then prepared for 2 different ways of growing them. My favorite is the waxed amaryllis. As with all bulbs, like tulips, like daffodils, the bigger the bulb, the better the flower. So these bulbs have everything in them that they need. And when you wax them, the great thing about this is you do not water them. They don't need water. All the water's in the bulb. So when they're shipped here, what they do is they remove all the roots, and they are treated for a couple months, special treatment, and then after that they are taken and dipped in wax. And this is great. You can put this on your dining room table, on your coffee table, and they're going to start growing. And they usually have anywhere from 1, 2, and 3 growing stems. Now, if they're not treated right, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get all this foliage first and not the stems. These are treated in a special way here at Blue Maker, that they send up flower buds first and then they have beautiful foliage. I've done a lot of research on amaryllis. I've studied them, and I have the ability to show you how many stems they're going to have and how many flowers per stem. So I'm going to take a knife. A lot of people are going to go, take your frustrations out on your bulbs, and you're going to come right through here and you're going to cut it. Then I can tell how many stems this bulb's going to have, and I can count them for you. Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3 stems. So I'm going to take this stem here out, a little slippery here, and I'm going to remove that stem. And I'm going to remove this one. And whenever you work with a knife, please be careful. And you can see this here is half of this here. So I can look and I can peel this back. And in peeling it back, I can count 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th flower bud on this portion right here. I can see 1, 2, 3 stems. Now, the reason I cut them, and when I went to South America, is if they're not grown properly. These are actually grown in Peru. If they're not grown properly, these buds are going to be brown. We call them benign buds. That means they're not going to flower. All these buds are nice and healthy, and after they dig them and they store them in these huge, like, warehouse containers, and they are dried in Peru a little bit before they're shipped here to Blue Maker. But a lot goes into producing the very best bulbs that you can have. Another thing I want to mention, Blue Maker also produces we call these dry bulbs, but again, they're treated in a way where they produce flowers first, then stems. And they take these dry bulbs and you can put them in a container like this, and you can put it with marble chips, you can use pumice, you can use gravel, you can use wash stones. They produce roots. One important thing when you're dealing with amaryllis that you're putting in vases or containers is amaryllis don't like too much water. So the water goes right to the bottom of the bulb. So imagine this bulb in this vase, you only put enough water right to this level. You do not want water up to this level. But you can enjoy these bulbs for 6 to 8 weeks for flower, and then they have beautiful foliage. Again, that's the Blue Maker Waxed Amaryllis. How long does it take your amaryllis to bloom? Well, if the bulbs are treated correctly, and if they're harvested correctly, and at the right temperature, they're gonna come up with buds first. So you see here in this great Blue Maker Waxed Amaryllis, the buds are just beginning to grow. And again, if they're not treated right, they're gonna come up with foliage first, which is what we don't want. But they're gonna start to grow, as you see here, and over the 6 to 8 weeks, they're gonna start to bloom. This one here has 3 buds. They have between 2 and 3 buds, and you can see the buds that are here, and they're gonna start flowering just like this. So when you're finally done, after 6 to 8 weeks, you're gonna have beautiful amaryllis in bloom.